Even though Mohammad is more than twice her age, Mariam has little choice but to consider him as a potential partner.
There are plenty of young men who want to marry me, but I could never do that because they haven't got the virus. If they caught it, I'd feel really guilty. It's very hard to accept that through no fault of my own, I've got this pain and disease in my body. It's awful.
Why awful? Think about the present, not the past.
I know, but it's an awful thing. My father is addicted to opium. He's a retired Revolutionary Guard and was injured during the war. He's a rude old man, but I love him. My parents love me too, despite this disease. They just try to comfort me and soothe my pain.
What should we do now? Do you want to live? Do you want to enjoy each moment of your life? Or do you want to lie down in the direction of Mecca and prepare for death? If I did that, I know I would die earlier. If I got depressed, I'd die sooner. I'm like a 3-year-old now. At Narcotics Anonymous, we celebrate each year of giving up drugs as a birthday.
So by the time I've brought you up, I'll be cured.
Yeah, we can grow up together. The important thing is my happy personality.
I'm a happy person too, but when I get upset, you'll need to be able to deal with it.
Of course, human beings are like that. One day we're up, the next day we're down.
Are you bad-tempered?
No.
Do you get angry?
Quickly.
Would you beat your wife?
Never.
That's good.
I don't like wife beaters.
After an anxious 2-hour wait, matchmaking Dr. Arash is keen to know what Mariam makes of Mohammad.
Did you like the flowers he gave you?
Yes, but I'm still not sure.
Tell us more.
I'm worried that he'll go back to the drugs. That really worries me. If he could give up cigarettes, I'd be more convinced that he wouldn't go back to drugs. But you know, he can't even give up smoking.
Later in the evening, the doctors quiz Mohammad about his impressions of Mariam.
She's very depressed and lonely. She's a very different kind of person to me.
What did you feel when you gave her the flowers?
Well, I buy flowers for all my friends.
I'm asking you about her.
I heard that it's her birthday. It was just polite to give her flowers.
How much of your heart was in those flowers?
Well, I was with Kamiar, and I couldn't find any better flowers.
I'm asking you about your heart, not the flowers.
That's a personal question, Doc. Well, there was something in it. It wasn't an empty gesture. You finally caught me out.
Despite Mohammad's interest, things are not looking good for the romance. On a visit to the doctor's family, Mariam shares her doubts about Mohammad.
Even though Mohammad looks young, he's too old for me. We don't speak the same language. From the way he talks and the way he thinks, there's no way we could ever be a happy couple.
The main problem for Mariam is financial. If she had the means to be independent, I don't think she'd have all these problems with her illness.
I either want to die in the next 4 or 5 years or get cured. I can't live like this. It's like being in a coma the whole time. I can't move forward like this. It's as if my life has stopped and I'm stuck in a bubble.
I understand what you're saying, but in a few years' time they'll definitely find the cure for this virus because the whole world's looking for it.
There are more than 3 million hard drug users in Iran, 1 in 20 of the population. Opium and heroin flood over the border from Afghanistan, and in spite of the Islamic Republic's draconian laws against drug use, heroin addicts are a common sight on the streets of Tehran. Arash works tirelessly with the drug addicts, treating them as patients rather than criminals. In Iran, this is a revolutionary approach. Sharing needles is the most common source of HIV infection in Iran, and Arash fears that unless the problem is addressed, the epidemic will sweep through the population.
Do you sometimes use other people's needles?
If I don't have a needle, I have to use someone else's needle.
Do you know anything about AIDS?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I know nothing about it.
Do you know how you get AIDS?
Blood transfusions and homosexuals. Needles.
You know that you can get AIDS by sharing needles, but you still do it.
Yeah.
But why?
I do it when I'm desperate. When you're desperate for drugs, you don't think about these things. You won't definitely get AIDS, but you'll definitely get high.
How do you feel when you shoot up?
I forget my pain. I become a normal human being again.
Do you enjoy shooting up?
Not when I haven't got enough drugs.
Do you shoot up to become normal or to have fun?
It soothes my pain. I use it as a tranquilizer.
The number of heroin addicts increased after the revolution. We never had many junkies before that. It's just because of boredom. Young people don't have anything to do for fun, and that's why they get into drugs. In a way, they just want to fill their empty lives with drugs.
Mohammad has been a member of Narcotics Anonymous for almost 3 years. As well as keeping him clean of drugs, the sessions have had an unexpected benefit. He has finally found himself a girlfriend.
As soon as she walked into the meeting, we spotted each other. She told me that she felt she could talk to me straight away. She's told me things that she's not even told her mother. She feels safe with me.
Mohammad's new girlfriend, Fareshte, is 33. She's divorced and has a history of alcohol and drug abuse. Unlike Mariam, Fareshte is not HIV positive. It took Mohammad 10 days to pluck up the courage to tell her his secret.
I told her I had something important to tell her, but it had to be at the right moment.
You kept saying, I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
I had to force myself to do it, but finally I managed to tell her that I was HIV positive. I swore I would never give it to her. I promised her that she wouldn't get the virus from me.
I didn't know what he was going to tell me. I thought he had been hiding his wife and children from me. I kept on thinking that he was married. I had prepared myself for the moment when he would reveal his secret. I wouldn't want to ruin another woman's life by going out with her husband.